What is up, YouTube? This is T1 coming at you in another video. And today we'll be talking about my top 5 most anticipated movies for 2016, which is going to be a pretty big year for movies, I think. Before I get to my actual list, I do have 2 honorable mentions I'd like to share. My first is Warcraft. It does look good, and I love Duncan Jones, but all video games thus far have been awful. And although this one actually looks decent, what gets me super excited again, though, is the director, Duncan Jones. And the idea of him making a big epic fantasy movie just sounds awesome. So yeah, Warcraft is going to be on my radar, but I'm not going to be counting down the days or anything like that. So it looks alright. My other honorable mention is Suicide Squad. It looked cool and all, but I'm not a very big David Ayer fan, I'm going to be honest. And on top of that, none of these characters really interest me outside of Joker and Harley. I'm really excited to see those two. Jared Leto, I think, is a good choice to play the Joker, and Margot Robbie is perfect for Harley Quinn. I'm excited for those two. Other than that, though, I just think it looks okay. Now onto my actual list, starting with number 5, which is Rogue One. This is a lot higher on most other lists I've come across, and I just can't put it any higher than this. You might be wondering why, and that's because, well, one of the writers gave us Twilight New Moon, the other gave us After Earth, was co-writer of it, and we have the director of 2014's Godzilla. That doesn't instill a whole lot of confidence, I'm going to be honest. None of these people have a great track record. But the concept is pretty interesting, and I'm always pumped for more Star Wars, so even though I don't think it's going to be anywhere near as good as, like, The Force Awakens, I do think it could be a decent film. Number 4 is Captain America Civil War. I really enjoyed The Winter Soldier. I thought it was a pretty good action movie, and this looks like it could be even better. The trailer had some genuine heart-wrenching moments and some pretty cool action scenes, but that's to be expected with these kind of films. I'm also pretty excited to see Spider-Man and Black Panther. That sounds great. And the other characters look awesome too. I'm happy to see Ant-Man back and that kind of thing. So yeah, Marvel is usually a pretty safe bet for a good movie, and I'm always pumped to see where it goes next. Number 3 is X-Men Apocalypse. I love Days of Future Past. It brought back almost everything great about Bryan Singer's first 2 X-Men movies, and this is looking just as good. The trailer promises some pretty heavy emotional scenes as well as some interesting new characters. Nightcrawler especially gets me really pumped. He's one of my favorite X-Men. I feel like there's going to be some in-game level shit in this movie, and that gets me really excited. So, what else can I say? I really just cannot wait for this film. My number 2 pick is Finding Dory. Finding Nemo was a huge part of my childhood. And honestly, probably my second favorite Pixar film next to the Toy Story trilogy. Inside Out proved Pixar can still make an excellent film, and I'm hoping this will continue that tradition. Andrew Stanton's also a really good director with both the original Finding Nemo and WALL-E under his belt, and the voice cast is looking great as it always does with Pixar. That's really about it. I mean, it's another Finding Nemo movie. That is awesome. My number 1 pick is probably not going to surprise anyone. It's Batman v Superman: Dawn of Justice. Okay, the recent trailer was really underwhelming, but other than that, I think this movie looks really good, and I've been really lucky that almost everything I've wanted to see when I was a little kid has been coming out lately. I got to see Mad Max come back, I got to see what happened after Return of the Jedi, and now I'm going to get to see Batman and Superman together on the big screen. That gets me so excited. And like all Zack Snyder movies, this visually looks incredible. But it has an Oscar-winning screenwriter, Chris Terrio, and that could mean this could have a story as good as the style, which, as much as I enjoy Zack Snyder movies, his style usually overshadows the writing. So that would be awesome. And most of the cast makes me super excited. Particularly, I'm pumped to see Henry Cavill as Superman again. He was awesome in Man of Steel, and Ben Affleck looks great as well. The action looks cool, as it did in Man of Steel. The story looks interesting, and it's Batman and Superman together. Again, how can that not make me excited? That is awesome. So yeah, that's my list for my most anticipated films. If you have any that you'd like to share in the comments, go ahead. That'd be fine. Steak1 signing out.